So here's a random clip of me rambling. So let's take into perspective relationships. Okay, how does one go about finding said relationship? Well, the answer is there is no true answer in my opinion, because everyone's journey to seek a significant other is completely different. The process you must experience and go through is that to a different level and different experience, if you will. Like, it's just wild. I don't know. And who's to say what's right or wrong in said relationship, you know? Like, there's obviously the sign of if someone's hurting their significant other, physically or mentally abusing them. That's of course the thing. But who's to say what they do too much or what they do not enough of, you know? And then once in said talking phase, how do you know if you're actually talking? Or if you're just like, hey, let's go hang out? Because a date is not necessarily like, I don't know, it's plutonic, if that makes sense. Like, dates can be platonic. Because you can be like, oh yeah, this is like my brother or my sister or my best friend. We're going to go hang out, you know? So it's like completely platonic. Which baffles me. It doesn't make sense. And I don't know, certain little sentimental things or I want to say sentimentalities, sentimental. I don't know if that's a word, but sentimental, but and then add alities to it. You know, I can't pronounce it right now because it's 3 a.m. If it is a word, but if it's not a word, we should make it a word. That's the Legend of Korra, by the way. I'm not watching it because I don't know how I feel about it. But no, back to what I was saying. Relationships. You just contemplate it, and it's one of the bigger stressors in life. People seek a significant other. I feel like that's our unspoken goal, that we all pretty much have accomplished. Not an accomplishment, but in common. There it is. That we all have in common. We seek this significant other, or someone that we seek refuge in if it's not a significant other. We seek refuge to hide so that way we're not alone. People say who they don't want to have kids or don't want to get married truly don't want to be alone, but maybe they've been hurt by something and prefer to be alone, and so they don't get to reach that peak of enjoyment and self fulfillment in life, you know. They haven't reached the top of the triangle. They're still sitting in the middle of it, but refuse to move anywhere because it's painful and stressful and confusing. The way emotions work versus logic is crazy. Because certain things under logic would be seen oh yeah, this is what you can do. But then versus emotion, it's just why would you do that? You know? Say, there's a dog. Dog is dead, right? Dog serves no other purpose. Put dog in the trash can. Logically, you're it's done. There's nothing else to do with it. But emotionally, you're bro, what the heck? Why did you just put that in the trash can? That's a dog. It used to be alive at one point, you know? The emotional aspect of it, changes, the point of view. If that makes sense. I'm telling you, when I watched Parasite, the anime on Netflix, it hit different. I watched it in English, though, because I didn't really want to read subtitles like that. And I like the English actors, especially for Shinichi and Migi. Migi was definitely about. Migi was this man's alien hand looking thingy. You know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, ooh, sort of. This is Parasite, bro. 100%. You know, easy anime to get through. It's kind of weird, but you have to get past the weird aspect and look for the bigger picture that's in it. Like, there's some good mental notes that are within it and should be definitely taken into consideration when doing anything. You know, but I don't know, it was just weird and I don't know, it gave me a different perspective on life, you know, because it was talking humanity, like like if I can remember correctly, it's essentially how do we determine what should and shouldn't live, Like I guess why do we play God in a certain sense? Like what gives us the power to say what doesn't get to live? Because we were given the like we weren't really given the chance to like decide if we wanted to live here or not. You know, it's kind of just one of those things. Like why are we making decisions for other living things? Like like just worry about like your species as a whole or yourself and be happy with that and enjoy that versus trying to destroy something else that is also trying to seek happiness, just like something else that is trying to live on its own fruition and you're trying to like tear it down, you know? Like what gives us the right to do that, you know? If that makes sense, you know? Like there's of course like the survival, like surviving aspect of things, you know, and like the circle of life, you know, like what I mean, like, you know, eat an animal, breed, all this other crap, you know. But that's like I don't know, like humans have like the same process, not humans, well humans and animals have like the same process, you know. Both seek out a mate to breed, you know, like we both have like the same natural instincts, like human nature instinct, like or just nature, natural instinct, I think, or Nate, I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say, bro. I think maybe. But no, we all like the same basic instinct. One just has like a more fully developed brain than the other. So that just makes us think that we're dominant, even though we don't like fully understand. Even though we like to think we can understand, but it's mostly us just trying to sympathize with said animal through like sounds that we've interpreted as like the animal's in distress or it's like agitated or it's angry or it's gonna attack, you know. But I don't know. I think I got off my chest what I wanted to say. You don't get to see me because it's dark, and I'd rather you look at the TV screen than what I'm actually doing. I'm kind of just chilling here looking at the TV screen or like closing my eyes. I'm gonna mute my TV for Netflix purposes because I don't want to be copyrighted. But Saving Zoe is what I'm gonna watch next. It's not an anime. I'm really gonna watch it. Haikyuu, I feel like it has some good stuff in it. You know, Sword Art Online, definitely a banger. Don't really remember it that much, but I remember being a banger. Season 3, I have no clue what's going on. It doesn't. I haven't finished it. Like I watched the first episode and was like, bro, what's these? Didn't make sense, so I didn't watch it. There's a lot of mental things and Stranger Things too that I haven't yet grasped because it's like not thrown at me. But with Haikyuu, not Haikyuu, Parasite, like it's like thrown heavily at you. And this Food Wars, oh my god, watch Food Wars if you haven't. And there's other seasons of it too, so definitely recommend. Like it's kind of suspect, but like anime, like it has like this ability to like get across like this like overall like overarching message that it's trying to say, but it like does it in such a profound way that most people would not pay attention to it. So you have to like be really paying attention to it instead of just like, you know, for like fornication purposes, like if that makes sense. Like certain things are like the noises they make, like certain people would like you know, of course be turned on by said things or the way certain characters look, but I feel like they do it for a reason. They make it so like you have to find the message. Like why did the creator decide to make this anime? What is the purpose in this anime? It's when you reach that, when you overlook everything else that's in an anime, and when you become more open minded. Yes, when you become more open minded to like look at things. Like for example, B stars. Hold on, let me go to B stars. Okay, so many people talked about this anime, like, cause you know like they're animals, and like, but like, aren't we all animals? Like, why is this different from what I look like? How is that different? I do the same thing he does. I have the same curiosity, like the same things that go on. My brain is just fully developed. Why is when you look at an animal, you can't see yourself? Why is that? Why is it when you see an animal and you see them what like they're doing their natural or natural instincts, that does that bother you? Because we do the same thing. It's just in a different format. Same thing, different format. Think about it. When you overlook the fact that these are animals, you acknowledge that these people aren't animals. This is just the way they're depicted. When you consistently look at how something looks versus how something feels and means, and like what like is going on inside of that thing's head, is when you acknowledge something different. It's when you like just become more open-minded. That's the key word here. Open-mindedness. When you're open-minded to things, I feel like you can see things on so many different planes and perspectives. Because, like, let's say you have an argument. One argument, like, could go, like, let's say you're witnessing said argument. And someone, like, they ask you to be a mediator. Well, a mediator would have to essentially be open-minded to see both points of views. And then come up with a decision from there. They'd be like, well, you said such and such, which is also a good point. But you also said this, which is a good point. And there's also some, like, conflicting or contradicting, like, facts and both or opinions in both of your statements. So you both could be wrong or you both could be right. It just depends on perspective. Crazy. Like, it's truly wild. Like, oh my God. I think I'm gonna go chill out. I think, yeah. Yeah. We gon' yeah. Alright, I gotta go.